In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the Rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow and flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
You're it! Dear Iron! That is a perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. It'll take a lot more than that. Dear Hyle, the mighty chicken killer. Come on. Come on. Show your father what you have, huh?
You'll have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
Hard enough?
Parry, son. Don't forget to block.
Perhaps you should not forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear Hyle. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet.
I'll have your guts! I'm all right! My blade shall rest in your throats!
Dear Hyle, remember your training!
Father, they charge faster than I can strike!
Stand fast, dear Hyle!
Their deaths are far from swift, Father!
Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper!
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
They're not orcs, they're Uruks. They're far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go. Am I dead?
You are banished from death.
Let's not forget.
Happy anniversary, my love.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Dear I will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
Not now. But soon.
I'm just so tired of hiding here, Talion.
Shh. We must hide now, or we are both dead. Come on.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
We should be a flash away. Dead. Stop feasting!
Put the sword down, Ranger. The Black Hand wants him alive! Take her! He will live.
Father! I'm right here, son. I'm right here.
Shirkush Adhazushu. Kantya Pakuriza. Nakiza.
Yorith. Yorith.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
Gurarmu Shirkush Adhazushu. Kantya Pakuriza. Gulnanakizak. Gurarmu Shirkush Adhazushu. Kantya Pakuriza. Come back to me, Elf Lord.
What is this place?
See for yourself.
Mordor.
Now, do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Ardar.
If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
This looks familiar.
killed a nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you turn my love in, I shall swear I killed Lord Asgon when he attacked me. We shall both sacrifice our lives to Gondor.
Alright. Cryptic Warfare. I decided to do this little kind of a walkthrough type deal for Shadow of Mordor, which I think is an excellent game. And I've already played through it once and beaten it, so I'm going to kind of go through it again. There's so much. There's a ton in this game, so I don't know how many videos this is going to take. I'm going to keep each one to around 20 minutes, but we shall see what happens here. See, it starts off a little kind of teaching how to do stuff.
One of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
These guys are pretty easy to take on, so.
You will suffer for what you've done.
Let me finish these guys off here. Here we go. Those guys are done. Alright. Now there's going to be a couple more here.
Go back to him. What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
Okay. Alright, just tell me, I'll show you all this in a second. Let me get out of this little tutorial section.
That is where we have to go.
If one can trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
Okay. So, yeah, tutorial missions. Alright, let me get past this. Let me show you some of the basics of this game here. Alright, first of all, you got the army. Sauron's army. There's always going to be what starts off of all these guys are called captains. And most of them, you can kind of just come across them randomly. And they're obviously harder to kill than others. But once you get the identity of some of them, see right there says strength, weaknesses unknown. This guy I do know. See, he has fear of stuff, which as we fight captains, I'll show you what this means. These guys in the back, which I can't highlight right now, are the war chiefs. which later on you'll have to defeat them. But so you got the army, and as you kill guys, other ones will get promoted and move into their slots. And if you die, which isn't that big of a deal in this game, it probably will happen to me as you're watching, but the orc that kills you then moves up into ranks. But so there's that. Here's the map. What I'm going to do first, see how these are the towers, and once you forge the tower, then this whole section becomes highlighted, kind of like this one is. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to run around the whole map and forge all these towers so I can open everything up. Then you got these other things. The gold ones are the main missions. These are what's called side missions. You have different ones. This is for your more stealth modes. If the little dagger are like stealth mode missions. You'll see other ones with swords are obviously more fighting. There's one for a bow. And I believe there's a total of 10 for each one of those throughout the whole game. And you don't have to complete those unless you want the 100%. But what they will do is give you experience points and stuff like that, which is nice to have, obviously. But these little markings are artifacts, which I'm not going to bother getting those to just walk through. These little things here, it completes a kind of like a scribe or something, and once again it's just experience points. If I happen to be around one close by, I'll go ahead and grab it. But so yeah, see there's another main mission there. The red ones are like power struggles or something of that nature with the captains, so you can find captains of those spots, and you can get power points, which will be used for let's see, upgrades. This is your upgrade tree. By the time you finish the game, you'll have this whole thing filled out, and you'll be pretty much a big badass. And you kind of just go through with reckless abandon, and you kind of, because you can just take on anybody at any time, and it's kind of nice. But starting off the game, you very much have to rely on stealth, on stealth and things like that. You really like to think. You can't just go through swinging. So you got abilities. Then you got these attributes, which as you gain points, you can unlock those. Like these are all health. These give you more elf shots. This is more focus. Blah blah blah. And that's your progression in the game. And you can get runes for your different weapons as you go. And you get runes by killing captains. And there's lots of different runes. Some are way more powerful than others. And basically they will it'll be things like it'll give you a higher percentage of, well, it'll be things like if you get a headshot or something with the bow, you'll gain health back and things like that. You'll see it as you go along. But let's see. Then you got the appendix. There's a whole lot of lore if you really want to get into it. You'll unlock all these things, and it'll tell you all. These are the different people. There's lore, but I mean, you can click on one, and it'll tell you lots of stuff about all those things if you really want to get into it. And for those who would like to know, you don't have to be a fan of Lord of the Rings to like this game. It's I mean, you'll know some of the things as you play along, which is kind of cool, but it's just I think it's a very fun game. It's very deep. There's lots of things to do. It's different every time you play it because the captains will be different. The main story is essentially will be the same every time, but as you go along, different things will change. As you start off, you know, these orcs really don't know who you are. But as the game progresses, you'll hear them talking when you get close to them. They'll be talking about you. And they have lots of slaves. And as you free slaves, as the game goes along, eventually the slaves will gain confidence because they know you're saving slaves all the time, and they'll actually start fighting back with you, which is kind of cool. So a little over 20 minutes right now, so I'm going to go ahead and quit this video, and I'm going to start another one. And if you hold on,
Nothing makes sense.
nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
Okay, well, you see, that first of all, that spider can't hurt you, so you don't have to worry about it. But all right, I'm gonna quit this video and start the next one very soon.